Cannot believe that, dude. Once we got into the thick junk, right there, they've been all over it. Fall walleyes, mega shallow water, right in the slop, and they're loading up. A little chill there. May need another jacket on. It is unbelievably gorgeous out today. Fall day, mid-October. Doesn't get any better than this. Essentially no wind. Sun's finally out. We had like a week where I feel like it just snowed, rained, and it was really cold every single day. But now we're finally to the pretty part of fall again. The days where it might be, 28 in the morning and 44 in the afternoon, and it's just comfortable outside. And I don't know how long it's going to last. I mean, these days are certainly numbered, these nice days of fishing going forward. But we got one today, and today we are out here mixing it up. We've done a bunch of content from like natural lakes in the past couple weeks, wanting to get out to some of these flowage reservoir systems this fall and show you guys an awesome program that works really good. And that's what we hope to do today. I don't even want to talk too much because I haven't done this in a while, and I'm really excited to start fishing and looking around here. So bear with me. We're gonna get the live dialed in. We're gonna suck our distance back to about 70 feet here. We're gonna start running down some spots and hopefully catch some awesome fall walleyes today on a pattern where these fish kind of are moving to in big numbers this time of year. So we hope to kind of dabble into that, catch some fish, show you guys some walleyes on a beautiful fall day, and get it going on. Oh, there's one right there. Got him. Fish on. Way up shallow. Nice walleye, I'm thinking. Oh yeah, nice walleye. Not a big one, not a big one. There's a lot of shorts in this system. You can see how hard they all pull way up in the shallows. And there's just a nice 17 incher. Maybe he's about 15, 16 to get things going here. There you go, number one. Not big, we'll definitely get bigger right there. But man, when they're in 4 or 5 feet of water, it doesn't get any better than that right there. Beautiful flowage fall walleye right there. We'll get him back and bait back up. Fishing really shallow. Like I said, 4, 5, 6 feet of water, and oh my goodness, I just tangle myself. But pitching just kind of a lot of this real short range, pockets in the weeds type of pattern. And that's kind of the deal so far. Just kind of stumbled upon the first little pod. Haven't done any of this yet this year, but it's always one of my favorite bites, and it always happens kind of in this mid to late fall time frame, and it's really just gets better and better and better. And basically all we're doing is just kind of scouring some of these junk, filthy, real shallow water weed beds right now, looking for pods, and kind of when we see them, making pitches right on them. And that one, I didn't even have time to jig it. Another one right here. Oh yeah, got him. Wow, he just hung up and hung up in the junk. You guys see that? Couldn't get him out for a second. A little bigger than the last one. Well, we're going back-to-back casts here. We'll take that all day long. That's a real nice walleye right there. It is exactly what we're after. My net's still way up there. We'll just reach down and grab them quick. And man, is he a chunky one. And some of these systems, it can be a little bit more tricky to get some of these quality fish during the summer months because they spread out so much. But there's a couple great times that I love to fish flowages and reservoirs. One's early in the spring. One is late in the fall like this. And look at this. There's nobody out here and a whole bunch of these guys up shallow. Hopefully we can capitalize on it and just catch an absolute pile of them today. That is absolutely what we're after. You guys can see back-to-back casts there. See you later, dude. See you later. Man, the water has cleared up a lot out here as the seasons have changed. There's one right there real close. Got him. Wow, dude, are we on a nice school of them right here? Is this a pike or what do I got? Look at this thing go, dude. It is a walleye. Oh, about another one about 16, 17. I gotta get the net out just because I don't want to lose any of these on video here. There we go. Dude, that was 3 casts in a row. Stopped the camera real quick just so we didn't lose any footage. Pitched out again. And there we go. Look at that, man. Is that a good time right there? Now, the issues, the only thing is going to be replicating this, finding fish on a bunch more spots. Checked a couple spots so far. Catching some nice, well, this spot's got fish on it. The other spot was a big dud. Look at that. Perfect little fall walleyes. Could get some big ones. It does have a big fish potential. But most of the fish out here, which we're going to see, are probably going to be a lot of that 15 to 20 inch size, and that is perfectly fine with me. Not a system that gives up a whole lot of big fish. So bait up and do it again. There's one right there. Got him. Feeling real nice. Oh, man, you can like see the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see like all these stumps that are sticking out of the water around me. Oh yeah, another real nice shallow water walleye here. Oh, you can't beat it. You just absolutely can't beat it. And we are in such skinny water that they all fight so incredibly well. And there we go. There's another nice fish right there. That is what I'm talking about. Chunker, dude. Just a chunker. You guys are probably like, oh, Tom, those fish aren't super big. Well, they're not super big, but for out here, they're nice fish. And they are in super shallow water. If your system had bigger fish, they'd be right in the mix too up here in a lot of this skinny stuff. Well, I think we'll probably get a good stud daddy by the end of the day, though. There we go. Look at that guy. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? We got water temps that are sitting at 46 degrees right now. Beauty. Beautiful walleyes. There he goes. You can literally see that white tail go down and then flatten out and go sideways when they hit the bottom. So that's about how shallow we're fishing. You can actually even spot a few right here on the side imaging. We'll take a screenshot for you guys real close to the boat. Don't normally like seeing them that close to the boat, but there are some fish out there to be caught. Fish. Dude, is he in the... He's in the weeds. You guys are never gonna believe how thick... Oh yeah, it's gonna be a bigger fish. You guys are never gonna believe how thick of weeds I caught this fish out of. It's almost like flipping for bass. This is 100% gonna be a nicer fish unless he's just all wound up. Oh yeah, definitely a nicer walleye. Dude, I absolutely love this style of fishing. And look at this fish, dude. He's wearing some of the shrubbery all the way with him. I set the hook on, I thought it was snagged for a second. I was like, I know that's a bite. Look at this guy. It's literally like flipping for bass, dude. I mean, I'm pitching right into basically big, thick milfoil and coontail clusters and catching walleyes like that. Dude, that is as good as it gets right there. Fall walleyes, mega shallow water, right in the slop, and they're loaded up here. That is definitely a nicer fish that we're after right there. See you later, buddy. Oh, it's as good as it gets right there. Look at that, and there he goes. Dude, we are having a good time. There's obviously got water on the lens. obviously a pile of fish up here, and they're thumping jigs in some skinny water. And you guys can probably see like this stump field in here that we're basically fishing. Let me turn the brightness up a little bit so I can see what I'm looking at. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's kind of like milfoil all around. We'll try to get this to focus here. I don't know if you guys are even going to be able to see it, but we're basically fishing in big strands, big pockets of milfoil. And the fish are sitting just on the edge or on little inside hooks of it. All right, well, we're kind of cruising around looking for another pot of fish here. And just super unique bite. So wanted to kind of film a longer piece on exact locations, GPS wise, what those, you know, we've obviously thrown some side imaging shots in here as well, but all these little tips with like the trolling motor and your side imaging and little things you can do to ultimately have success doing this, because it's a very strange way to fish for walleye. So uploaded that kind of longer video onto the Walleye Now app, available on Google Play in the App Store. As you guys know, we've had a lot of Walleye Now app users asking for some good fall flowage content, so wanted to come out today and shoot a bunch of that. But that video, simply get on the Walleye Now app. If you haven't downloaded it yet, check it out. Click Let's Go Fishing at the bottom of the page, then click on early fall or late fall, and then just click on flowage or reservoir system. And that thumbnail looks something like this right here. It goes into kind of an extensive breakdown on exactly the characteristics, where you like to see these spots, and all that kind of good stuff to kind of set you up on the fast track for finding success on this kind of a bite. I gotta put another minnow on here. You go through a fair amount of minnows just from hitting weeds, obviously catching fish too, ideally, but bring plenty of live bait. And one of the reasons I like live bait more in this situation is because it's hard to move the rod very much. You know, you're not trying to fish a presentation where you're like moving the jig a long distance, because if you do that, you just get in weeds right away again. So the best thing you can do is just kind of fish live bait, fish a really light jig, and you're just making these like real short range little flips to keep it right kind of in those pockets that are just a little bit more void of weeds. And that's definitely kind of the deal. Cannot believe that, dude. Cannot believe how shallow these fish are and how they just are screaming with the jig like that. I'm just about to check my phone, dude, and they are getting so tangled up in this thick milfoil. Another nice fish, dude. Wow. There's not really a whole lot else to say. What a productive about hour and a half, hour 45 this has been. Once we got into the thick junk, right there, they've been all over it. Flipping for walleyes in the nasty stuff. And a lot of times these weeds on these reservoir systems don't look super appealing this time of year. But man, are they holding some fish. 1/8 ounce Kalen's Google Eye jig. There we go. Dude, another super nice fall walleye out here in the reservoirs. Too much fun, dude. What a phenomenal way to spend an afternoon on a day like this. These days are numbered, and I don't even want to leave because we are just crushing them right now. And you don't get to fish like this everywhere you go. That's one of the coolest parts about my job, is I get to go to different bodies of water, whether that's rivers or lakes, big natural lakes, small natural lakes, these shallow reservoir systems that are all over up north. And walleyes are a very adaptable fish. They can sit in super shallow water, they could be in super deep water, and all over in between, but they're in super shallow stuff today. Fish on, right there. Man, this is definitely a situation where you want to be fishing braided line. Otherwise, you're just not going to catch as many fish. Braided line, pretty much, little 16-incher here. Braided line pretty much mandatory for this kind of fishing. It's almost like flipping for bass with a walleye rod. You're going to be pulling those fish through some junk, and because of that, you definitely want like at least a 10-pound braid on, like we're using, even though the fish aren't that big. Braid also helps to kind of cut the weeds, and I'm fishing with Suffix 832 braid because you guys always ask the question. Littler walleye right there. And rod wise, we're fishing with the Elliott rod, 7.3 medium, light fast, which is always pretty much my favorite jig rod. And a lot of these fish pick it up off bottom, so you're kind of, because you're so shallow that there's not a whole lot of hang time on the jig, so you kind of pick up to go jig again. You want a rod with a super soft tip, which is what this 7.3 Elliott rod has, which I'll link down below as well. And the reel wise, the Piscifun Carbon X 2000, pretty much run that on every single one of my spinning rods, and that combo has caught me more walleyes than any other combo with a jig on. So it is my fall go-to for this style of fishing. Crazy, absolutely crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and take a, oh man, it's a nice fish. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that pod. All right. Dude, what a crazy, crazy bite. Oh, it's a nice fish too. It's a super nice walleye. Have you ever seen a bite this intense for walleye fishing? I mean, not obviously stud fish, but what a unique way to fish, man. And every time I do this and have a decent day doing it, it kind of always blows my mind this time of year. And look at that walleye. Stud fall walleye for this system. Way up shallow, in the jungle, flipping in the coontail and milfoil. What a bite. Not a whole lot else to say. And we finally got a little bit of a breeze picking up, a little bit of clouds. Unreal. What a fun afternoon. All right, took a quick thumbnail of that beautiful fish. Let him go. So important to be letting these fish go. Wow, what a fun bite this has been. This is kind of that point in the day where now we've caught a pile of fish. We're on the pattern really good. We got probably plenty of fish for a video at this point. Might just turn the cameras off, relax a little bit, and just thump a whole bunch more of these walleyes, because these days are numbered. Soon it'll be ice covered, it'll be cold, it'll be frozen. You won't want to come out here and it won't be as much fun. But right now it's a beautiful day. But appreciate you guys watching this video. Like I said, uploaded a nice long piece, exactly these spots we're looking for in the GPS, exactly what the side imaging looks like, exactly the kind of weeds you should be around, the little rigging tips that ultimately catch you more fish in these kind of situations. Uploaded a nice long video to the WALLEY NOW app, where if you want to come up and try this kind of bite, if you want to try your favorite flowage system and try this super skinny water fishing, that video on the WALLEY NOW app, which is available on Google Play in the App Store, will literally point you directly to those fish and get you on the fast track to success. And that video will be found. Simply click Let's Go Fishing at the bottom of the page, click early fall or late fall, and then click flowage reservoir system, and it's right there. Super unbelievably fun way to fish. Appreciate you guys watching this one. Check out a whole bunch of the Contour Clothing Co. and Contour Fishing Clothing Co. stuff me and Shelby got going on in the link down below as well if you want. We got a whole bunch of awesome stuff going on there. We appreciate the unbelievable amount of orders you guys have been sending us. Blown away by how you guys want to support this channel and have some awesome walleye fishing apparel. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. We're going to a river next, so stay tuned for that, I believe. As long as I can get out of here and escape for a few days and go have some fun on a river system. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys are not subscribed, please do that. Stay tuned for more content. We'll see you next time.